Take me in the whip, ride with him. Hey, sipping something, bumping big, hypnotized with him. Pray you get that job in Tampa. That's only 4 hours away. Take a car, take a plane, baby, whichever is fastest.
Hi everybody, welcome in. Honestly, this weekend felt very much planned. That's all I have to say about that. I really don't think that it was an authentic break-in attempt. I don't think it was just so much. I just feel like it was all just too chaotic and too planned for me. Ash is like one of these girls that she seems to just cling on to anybody who gives her attention, whether it be male or female, from what I'm realizing now. Love the photos of the animals. Thank you guys. I'm just trying to switch it up and find a new place. This actually looked really cute behind me, so I figured I'd stay here. At this point, it looks like Tampa Bay and Miss Gold have patched up whatever drama they had going on between one another. It looked like when they were talking on Pancho's live, they were basically saying that it was kind of a miscommunication, and when Miss Gold was kind of trying to flirt with Tampa Bay online, Tampa Bay kind of took it as her being a little weird, and kind of throw digs or, you know, trying to be funny. So she didn't like that. So that was all cleared up last night. But what's coming up forward today with all of the videos that came out late night, I'm starting to think that everything was a setup from Santos, allegedly. This is just my thoughts, you guys, speculation on my end. I'm starting to think that Santos may have made this whole thing up, had sent people to that house so that it made it look like there was a whole new break-in or a whole new scenario going down at that Airbnb. I'm not believing it. It seems to me every single weekend there is some type of new drama or some type of new leaked information, or just something strange just keeps going on for Ash to keep her clout. You can hear her say every single day, so-and-so wants my clout, so-and-so wants my clout. They literally had Santos running back and forth, making phone calls like he was the chief of security. It was just crazy. I wasn't buying it. He didn't like the fact that Miss Gold didn't want to be controlled by him, and also that Miss Gold kind of has a little relationship growing with Ash, because in many lives Miss Gold had said that she felt like her and Ash and the girls were becoming some sort of family and that they were bonding like family. She said that she was getting Thea auntie vibes when she was around the girls. So it's giving that Miss Gold actually genuinely did vibe with Ash, even though obviously she's a young girl and Ash is much older. Sometimes people do create genuine friendships that have age gaps, but to me, this seemed very frenemy of Ash, because every single time Miss Gold would talk or have some sort of achievement or a moment where she was happy and smiling or even interacting with Ash's daughters, Ash would give her some sort of evil eye or try to change the topic. Very strange behavior for a friend to have with somebody, especially a new friendship. Have a new friendship, you expect it to be genuine, always laughing, always having fun. That didn't seem to be the case with Ash. She always seemed like she was kind of keeping guard, like she was always waiting for the next thing to happen. Seeing that there's a whole bunch of you guys in here, so if you're new, please be sure to hit that follow button. I do live watch parties most nights when there's lots of stuff going on. If not, you will see me posting constantly throughout the day. I'm noticing that the crew of Rent-A-Friends is slowly dwindling down. At first it started off with Ash and Santos. Santos brought in Miss Gold and Xandra. Miss Gold kind of took the lead after Ash with catching so much hype. She went from last week from 20,000 followers to over 150,000 followers. Thank you guys so much. And at this point, I don't think Ash was liking it. Like I said before, Ash was feeling a little bit jealous, if that's what you want to call it. She was a hater. I seen so many looks on her face so many times where she just hated everything Miss Gold was saying. And then there's Xandra in the background. I feel Xandra was playing coy this whole time, kind of dumbing herself down so that she wouldn't get any of the heat of the Ash Trevino hate train. But yeah, the Rent-A-Friends didn't seem very authentic at first. Like I said before, Miss Gold grew on me. She does seem very authentic. But then again, there's Xandra, or Sandra. I don't know exactly how to pronounce her name. She plays very much not so smart. She plays like she doesn't know what's going on. She's always acting like, what's going on? Oh my goodness, like, oh my gosh, where are we? What are we doing? And even Ash said it last night. She's like, oh, why do you keep acting like that? This is why people think you are DUMB. But I don't find that that's what she's not DUMB. She's very much smart. She's playing it cool. She's being the quiet one, the pretty one, just so that she slowly gains followers, gains certain people that like her, and that's all she's going to do. Last night it was said that she's probably Santos's spy. She's probably the one that sticks around so that she can watch what Ash is doing, watch what Mrs. Gold is doing, and just kind of be like the back end of things where she can text Santos and Ash will text Santos. So, yeah, there's so much going on. I definitely feel as though I agree with that theory. I feel as though Zandra, whatever her name is definitely on the lookout. She is on Team Santos, looking around, watching everybody on and report back to Santos. As you can tell, even last night when Santos was live on his head honcho mode, he was giving Sandra all the props in the world. He was saying that she never turned her back on him, how she's always given real vibes to him. So to me, that's giving she hasn't turned her back on him, aka she's giving Snake. Rata, she's ratting on everybody and telling on everybody. So that's probably why when Ash is around both of them girls, she's on her best behavior in terms of Santos. Whatever he says, she does, as well as Zandra. And that's why he didn't like Miss Gold. Miss Gold is popping off. She's getting all the followers. She's getting all the clout. Yesterday, she was selling her merch. She was selling her eyelashes. And if you guys could see the envious look in Ash's eyes, you would have laughed because it made me giggle a little. It just gave, like I said before, extreme frenemy. Oh, wait, you guys.
Paige.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
How are ya? Can you guys... What is going on? There's so much happening.
I know. Look, first of all, I just wanted to show off my new tattoo.
I seen you got that. Congratulations.
I'm not done today. I'm going to be having 4 new tattoos. But yeah, all my tattoos are very biblical. I don't know if you know about Jesus or this.
Yep, that's great. Did it hurt?
Nah, it didn't smell either.
You're Oh, well, I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah.
So,
how's your well, Happy New Year's. My bad. Happy New
well,
Year's.
yeah, happy pre-New Year's. Are you going to be in Mexico or back in Texas when you celebrate?
Both. I'm definitely going to celebrate on both sides. I want to spend the New Year's here in Mexico though. I definitely wanted to say actually, you know what? I might go back tomorrow.
Well, that's good. I love that.
I love Mexico though. Oh, what are you doing on live though?
I'm recapping on last night. There was so many lives to jump from back and forth. What can you say about last night? Like, what is your feels about Miss Gold?
I literally was getting a tattoo when all that stuff happened. I was like confused. Ash just calls me. I'm a producer, not a consumer of social media. So I don't watch lives, even if they're my own friends. I don't watch live unless someone sends it to me. Like, oh, watch what's going on. Like, that's the only time I ever watch a live.
Right.
But I kind of already knew. Like, the second I left them, every Airbnb they were going to was starting to get leaked. You know what? I didn't expect Miss Gold to be it, but I was like, sometimes I push the buttons to the people around me a certain way. Just to see how they react.
What happens?
And I know I'm young, but I've gotten a long way because of how I act, how I move, like everything. And I was already kind of suspecting something. So like I told her, hey, wait, what are you doing going live with that person? It's like Paris Hilton. I don't care who he was back then. It doesn't concern me or any of my group. You know, any of the people in my group. So I told her, you know what, get off live with him because first of all, I have her signed for 5 years. I have her signed for 5 years.
Miss Gold or Ash?
All of them. All of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So either way, my goal is to make sure they get it out there as much as possible. But I want them to do it the most pure way. You know, I was telling Miss Gold, start cooking on live, start singing on live. You know, I was pushing her there. Like, you know, I was helping her go the right way. And so and she would call me her brother. She would call me her brother. But there was just this one day she got really drunk, and she was hitting on me, and she cried, saying that she'll always like me, and that I sister zoned her. Well, I'm like, I'm not gonna be. It's like I don't know how I'm supposed to react to that. So it was just like she made it kind of weird, where I was just like, let's just forget about what just happened, and I said, we'll call it a day. But after that day, I felt like a different vibe from her, you know.
Right, like her vibe was off after that happened.
All of a sudden, our Addies start getting leaked. I booked a B&B, and I told Ash, do not let her go. She was already there. She was good. The second Miss Gold's there, Tampa gets a hold of the Airbnb location. How?
And was that Friday's Airbnb or Saturday's?
This is both of them.
Both.
Both of them. Because I book all the Airbnbs. You know, I'm the one. And they say I'm not their manager, but you're in my roof. You're eating food off my money. So if anything, be grateful, or at least just don't even be near it.
Right.
Either way, even if you're not part of my team, I'll still give you food.
Okay.
I'm not a bad person. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, Ash was noticing it too. Like she was trying to be super nice to the kids. Like you could tell when someone's doing too much.
Right.
And I was already
Ash was getting a little bit jealous just because of how predominant Miss Gold was on the camera.
She was already aware. She was already kind of aware.
Okay.
But I mean, that was Miss Gold's plan all along. Like she would only hit me up. I don't know Miss Gold for a long time, but never hit on me or nothing like that back then. Because back then, she has her man, but she kept telling me her man cheated on her, that she wanted to hang out with me, and I was like, first of all, me and you are not gonna do anything, but I'll invite you to our Airbnb. I let her come. I let her make videos with me. I let her get on my platform because either way, it's my audience. It's like if I'm having my comedy show and just you want to just step up on my stage for what? I'm letting you step up on my stage and I'm pushing you out there. And I tell her we're gonna make a song named Nunu, right? And I say and I tell her I'm very blunt with all my things. I say you're gonna make the song. You're gonna write my lyrics. You're gonna write her lyrics, and then that's it. I literally went there, left them, did my little verse. I want Nunu, like this is that. Made my verse 5 minutes. Headed out to the club with Corona and Wilito and let them do their thing because Wilito didn't like Ash or Miss Gold.
Okay.
So that's what's it. That's all of it.
And then I have a question. Do you think that Miss Gold's whole thing was obviously kind of knowing that she'd be able to either make music or gain clout from all this, or you think that she just kind of wanted to still be friends with you?
Records. We broke records. We broke Wendy's record. We broke Charlie D'Amelio's record for the live. Like, who would not want to work with us? Any creator would want to work because it's not saying that they support us. It's that they know how to manage an audience.
Right.
They already been there, done that, so they want a bigger audience. It's like they just want like that hunger to go and get that the attention for all this like fame, right? Mm-hmm. So Miss Gold was the one hitting me up out of nowhere. She was just like, and I don't answer nobody, but I felt bad because you know what, Miss Gold would check up on me every once in a while.
Right.
So I was like, you know what, I'm a hit her back up. We headed over there to the Airbnb, and then she was there for a bit. But yeah, things went left the second I told her to get off live with them because her in her head she thinks she's doing the right things. But I have the whole clip right now of the guy saying that he's just a clout chaser.
This question. So how do you feel about the whole situation? I know you said that Miss Gold kind of didn't want to be controlled by you, but you have them signed basically as their manager, I'm guessing?
I'm not their manager. I'm just, you know what? If you're going to be working with me and I'm going to share my audience, I am getting the cut.
Okay. That makes sense.
I'm a businessman at the end of the day. Like, you know what? And the thing is, I do push out the content out there. I help them actually everything, even all the things, all of it. That was me. Like, what the fuck is she? What the fuck? I don't want to be, bro. Then the fuck get out of our way. Like she only has views because of us. She couldn't even get more than 10 views on the lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I did notice that when everything started, she started off at about 20K, and she skyrocketed to 105K yesterday.
And I had no problem. And I had no problem sharing my food on my plate. Never a problem. Right now, I heated up food for myself. And all my cousins, you already know I'm so all my little primos, hey, yo quiero. Bro, I had fucking 2-3 bites.
Right.
And but and I don't mind. There's always more for not. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you left, but it's fine.
I know. I hear you. So, question: do you want to battle while we finish this, and I'll ask you a couple other questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So question. I know that everyone was watching that weekend that the police was sent over to Ash's house. How do you feel about that whole situation with the age exposition and her having the camera at the door?
Okay, so for the age, let me just give you a little background story to that. So for my age, when I joined the military, everyone hated on me too in the military. You're too young. You should be in college. You should this and that. So for me, I always felt like my age was like my worst enemy. Like I always felt like it puts an identity on somebody. Like you could be talking to me like this, not even and just off my voice, just off the way I talk to you. You already kind of like like think of a way that we could work. Like oh like, but the second I say I'm 19 and I turn around and then you're already portray something in your head like, oh, this guy's immature, he's young, whatever. But at the end of the day, like I make sure we all have like at work. Like I had a remodeling business, a roofing business, and a fucking food truck. So who the fuck as a 19-year-old is gonna run all three of those and say, I wanna go work for a 19-year-old? When most of my workers are 30, 40 up, grown men with families, and I have to fire them sometimes. And then they're like, I gotta feed my yeah, but if I tell them I'm 19, how are they gonna look at me?
That makes sense. But also, don't you think that it's kind of like misleading to not tell the truth about your age, especially having so much
All the
experience?
girls that I've been with, they know my age. All the girls, all the girls know what age all of them. I'm like, hey, I'm actually this age, and I would tell them, please do not put that on the internet because why? Because I have business to take care of. And that was my main concern. I really don't care. Like
You have nothing else to lose other than your businesses, so that's why you kept saying that. I'm guessing.
and I didn't cry because of that. I cried because someone leaked my number, and all I'm seeing is my daughter, my daughter, my daughter. Your dad, like just talking shit about my kid, bro. And I'm like, I wanted to spend Christmas with her. You don't think I didn't want to? She's out of town. I can't make it happen because of the fucking social media drama. Like there's some sacrifices. By the way, she's taken care of every single time. Ask my baby mama. Y'all could, if I ever have her on the internet one day, if I let her. But
I let her. You're too much. So, question. Speaking of that, I know I've seen a lot of people in my comment section asking about Des and the videos that she has everywhere.
just go look at my Twitter, Spidey Santos. Like that girl's obsessed with me. She's been on it for like since January. She's been trying to do this since January. Think about it like this: since January, she's already been trying to do this. If you look at her highlights, most of those freaking things are just trolls with no profile pic. Alo, let's go. Alo, you're a real one. You went on both sides and appreciate that. Lila, thank you. So yeah, Des has been trying to get me canceled just because what I did. Yeah, mine was kind of fucked up, but I found out she was a dancer, and I literally was just broke up with her the worst way you could do it. I set her up on a fake date and just stood her up, got my shit out of her because at that time I was living in LA. Me and her would just like go visit her each other. So I got all my shit out of her place and just left her hanging, like, and blocked her. And then the whole internet was like wondering why I just took down all her posts, and I was like, I didn't want to put her personal business out there. I was like, she cheated. I was just joking around like that. Okay. But in reality, she is cheating because she's doing stuff for people like yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But anyways, like Shadi says.
Yeah, Shadi says. So, also another question. So what's the scoop on you and Ash? Is it just strictly business? Do you guys canoodle when you're a little intoxicated?
Yeah, we're friends, and no, we don't canoodle. We don't canoodle. I don't know what she's like when she talks like that. I feel like it's just a character that she has on the internet. She portrays, right. But in person, she's such a sweet lady. Like and me and her both understand at the end of the day, this is a business, and it's not possible for us to get a 9 to 5 anymore.
Right.
So, I mean, look at her getting fired from her 9 to 5. Thanks for the corgi. Sylvia, thank you. Chris, thank you. But yeah, like I really do take care of her, and I told her, and everyone was asking why not to call the cops. Y'all open up a case on CPS on her. What is she gonna do? She's just chilling at her fucking Airbnb, and you're calling the cops on her, and the cops are pulling up, and then you have an open case on CPS. Your kids are here. Like, how the fuck is she supposed to deal with that shit if y'all keep trying to prevent her from seeing her kids? Like, y'all aren't her parents. Let her parents handle that shit. Let her family handle that shit. Like, instead of giving her advice, hey, when you carry your daughter, like carry her this type of way, y'all want to look at things in the negative way. Y'all want to damage a family instead of helping out a family. Damn, they fucking.
How do you feel about all the things she does say that we don't edit, that just like comes out naturally?
I got a PR trainer for sure, 100%. Let
Thank
me
you
just
guys.
thank my gifters real quick. All right.
Okay.
Shout out to Alo, Lila. Lila, I followed you. And Sylvia, thank you, mommy. And la mamá
Okay,
de
you
TikTok.
guys,
Ay,
MVP.
mamacita. Shit. All these.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys so much. This is my first battle ever. Thank you guys so much. MVP, official on money, Lupe, Karina, El Ruben, everybody. Thank you so much. Like this is crazy. How do I unmute him? Accept. Can you hear me?
Professional. But there are some days where the liquor does hit. It was up. Was shout out to Stella. But there's some days that she does get a little tongue action, and it's like kind of funny. But I'm like. I had to be an actor at the end of the day. I had to take it. Oh my god. Like sorry, it's because I think about it, and then I have stickers like on my subscriptions. So they use like that picture of Ash going.
Gosh. With the pepperoni. I was just gonna bring that up. I know you've said multiple times that you weren't aware that the girls were watching. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. That you weren't aware that the girls were watching or listening on her live or whatever. But did you really not know? Just because even most of us who aren't even
She had daughters.
no.
She requested me out of nowhere one day, and I mean, I only found again. I'm a producer, not a consumer of social media. So when I found out about her, I was talking to this other creator that used to reach out to me, Eli, and he was like, "Hey, I have this girl that I want you to meet." He was the one that introduced us. Eli was the one that introduced both of us. The
Right.
elf on the shelf, elf on the shelf, Eli. But yeah, so he introduced us, and I basically went from knowing Ash and then getting to know her on the live. That same day that y'all saw that was the first time I ever went live with her.
And then a week later, you flew out to do the whole prom date thing.
The like literally a week from the day that I met her on the live, I went to go do that.
Okay.
All right, and I set it up. I set up a little corner booth, put a bunch of flowers on the like I did my thing. I had security pull up. We packed up that restaurant to the point where it was like cars are lined up like miles like out. Like it's
I
pretty
seen
bad.
the parking lot, but inside looked a little not so packed on some clips. Do you think
They
that was
couldn't
just an
go in.
angle?
No one could go in. $40 to go in.
Okay. Also, I was gonna ask. A lot of people in my chat are asking about the Valor situation. Do you have anything to say about that?
I was in the military. The only thing I didn't even forge nothing of the front. It was torn off the bottom because I did work with, heavy equipment at the end of the day, and my job in the military was pretty tough. That's why I got injured. But it was my fault for not keeping myself in shape. I was in not. No, I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, I wasn't in shape and I didn't take care of my body. So a few years into active duty, I did injure myself and I did request to get out. I wanted to get out because I missed my baby mama. At that time, I literally put my baby mama as the person like if I passed away in the military, like you get 400,000 in the military to give to your one single person, and I chose my baby mama instead of my mom. But I joined the military because of her. I joined the military because I was with her. I've known her since I was 12 years old, and we started dating at 15, and then we broke up last year. So
Okay, so that's
yeah.
pretty long term. I understand why you obviously were hurt by the whole situation, and I know I've obviously seen videos where you said you were very messy and sometimes controlling in certain situations. So
It's
I
just
can,
like it's like you're part. You have to be the leader. It's either because as a guy you have to be the head of the house, and I already did everything as a man that you can do for your family, and I don't have the family to have there. And what can I do? I didn't grow in my family, so who could tell me? Who could literally tell me, hey, dad, how can I do this? And my dad's not gonna know. My dad just created a whole nother family. Like my mom too. They separated. They had their own like what I could do at the end of the day, just give to God, and let time heal all the wounds and all the things that didn't go right with my baby mama. At the end of the day, that's what matters to me the most. Like this TikTok shit does not last forever.
right. And so I know this is a very touchy subject, but I know a lot of people are asking in my chat about the SA allegations and the grape allegations. I usually don't speak on things that I don't have any clear information on. So this is at least your chance to kind of clarify for the people asking if you'd like to.
I've already clarified it multiple times. Again, it's like a tough subject to touch because I don't support it at all. But it's like I understand how people feel about it, but I have never essayed at anybody. Literally, look at all the messages. Like if you look at the highlight story, it's all covered up. It's all like messages that she's trying to make me look bad. It's all like Des has been on it for since that single date that I stood her up on, and I literally told because I would wake up and she would do stuff to me. Like I would wake up to her doing stuff to me, and she's 24 and I was 18, and this was my rebound from my baby mama.
Okay, and this was after the baby mama. Okay, I was just gonna ask. Okay,
This is
because
the
I'm
girl.
just finding all of you guys to clarify on my end. I literally just started watching you guys and like catching on to this whole thing going on. So the more
Yeah.
familiar, I don't know. So
But yeah, it does make me uncomfortable because it's like imagine as a young guy, like, and all you see is essay grapes like on my name. Like it does make me feel uncomfortable. Like I even have like it gets to my head sometimes too. Like because I've been in the other side of the situation, like and I don't know. It's just I was a SARC leader in the military too, so I heard a bunch of stories. Like I've heard a bunch of people telling me how they got essayed. So for
yeah.
me, I don't take that as a joke anymore. Like at first, when people were saying it, I thought it was kind of funny because they were just like making memes out of it. But then people that were actual victims of SA, they took it to a different level. They just have this hatred towards me now because it's like, and I understand them now a lot more. I'm very understanding with people,
Okay,
and
thank
it's like,
you. Yes.
and I can't convince them now like that I didn't do it because it's like, what proof do they have that I've done it? And then what proof do I have that I didn't do it? Because there's no proof. It doesn't exist. There's no stories. There's no victims. There is no victims. There
And
is no victims.
I just want to say sorry to interrupt you. Do you think that it helps your case hanging out with Ash when she's had so much negative things to kind of say about people and their essay allegations and just that whole topic in general?
To be honest, I don't even know. I don't watch her that much. Like I work with her, and we care for each other. But at the end of the day, like I didn't even know she said that shit about me. When I asked her about it, she told me no, they wasn't talking about me.
Yeah, I was just gonna actually bring that up. She was saying a lot of stuff about you this weekend. I wasn't sure if you caught those clips. She was even making accusations of her own. So I
Yeah,
was.
exactly. But it only happens, and you realize it only happens when they're like there's a fallout, and then she just the next day she's all cool with me. What?
I know. That's why when I started my live, I did tell my followers and everybody that was watching that sometimes things do seem extremely over dramatic on her end, almost seeming like she's the clout chaser, kind of like she wants her limelight to stick around. Which I mean, I understand who doesn't want their
I think she
fame.
thought she said that just to make like the haters feel bad for her. That's what I was probably thinking. But she apologized. I mean, she said she went on live and said that she didn't say that about me. And then Miss Gold actually attempted to do stuff to me, but we put a stop to. I'm a guy at the end of the day. Like I'm like nah, like. But she was like putting her legs on me, like a little too touchy, a little too flirty. Like at the end of the day, I'm a guy too. Like I don't like every girl. I'm not like that. Like with Shawty, like like I love Shawty. Like I love her and I grab her cheeks, like, and she hates it. She pushes me off. But like that's the type of person I am. I'm a very touchy loving, like, but like like that type of desire type of way. Like I always cut it off quick because I like to keep things professional unless I'm actually talking to the girl. But other than that,
So I
no.
know we definitely all seen that she did make that allegation, but bringing it back to Shadi Bay, is that more of a brother sister situation? Because I do know that we have seen her say that Ash was getting her sloppy seconds. So how do you feel about that?
Shawty, at the end of the day, I love her. I love her. She knows what she's doing. She's been in the game longer than all of us. So,
Okay. Well, I
so
mean,
I
at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a big fan of Shadi. I've literally have seen her obviously from before, but I don't know. I just think that maybe the same way that everybody was telling Miss Gold to be careful who she hangs out with and associates with, maybe it would be good for you to do the same. You are only 19. I'm closer to Ash's age, but there's so many things that she says and does that I wouldn't even do, even if I did have that amount of followers. Obviously, you need to get her some PR training and a bunch of stuff if you're trying to help her out. Just like, just for her own well being.
Yeah, and the thing that sucks is like we can have this conversation over and over, and it's always gonna. And I'm still gonna have haters like on the other side, so, and it's fine. Like I don't let it get to me no more. But it's just like to the point where I'm like, they're shutting down my businesses now. Like they're shutting down everything. They're calling the city. They're doing city ordinances. Like bro, it's so bad. Like I had to make a whole other business out here in Mexico. So I like one business goes down and another business goes up. We're selling dresses now, chat.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the galaxy. Thank you, Shadi Bay.
But yeah, I love Shadi.
Oh, I love you, Shadi.
Look, this is the house in Mexico.
That's actually beautiful. Honestly, Santos, I'm glad that you are in Mexico right now and enjoying your mom's wedding and everything that you had going on. Like I said, sometimes trying not to, do too much, like you said yesterday, la boca callada, whatever you had said.
La boca callada como dos veces.
Yeah, sometimes a closed mouth does get fed much more. And so maybe that's a message that your friends need to take on without leaking information. Going back to yesterday, was it on purpose that you leaked some information?
Oh, I saw the clip and I completely noticed it. She put her name right there. And I'm like, wait, I didn't even read it. I don't, when a girl is writing that much, yeah, I'm very educated, but I do not like reading a lot of aggravated, angry text.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, that's a guy thing, I guess.
yeah, so I'm just like, I'm passing through the messages and I'm just laughing, chess, checkmate, just making her mad, like crash out. I mean, that's me, Adri, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
But yeah, like I don't know. I really treated that girl so well. Like Miss Gold, I made sure that and she doesn't have money. She flexes off like rent money, and I'm really just helping her out. Like I was helping her out. I was making sure that everything was gonna be good. She was saying, "I'm not okay." Like she depends on her boyfriend, and I'm only putting her business out there because it's the truth, Like, and this is she needed this, and I needed this, and I'm just showing my type of friendship. I made sure that she didn't have to worry about nothing for a long time. Now she can put her music out. Now she could become a chef on TikTok. Now she could do TikTok lives. Now she could do this. Now she could do that. And then what do I get? Not even a thank you. Not even a hug. Nothing from these people. I changed someone's life. I did. I changed her life. 100%. She can't go on live with minimum 5,000 views. She could sell piece of clothing, $1 each. She made $5,000, right? I changed a girl's life that, went from being a dancer to now having the option to fucking have the power to do whatever the fuck you want. And I'm like, use it wisely. That's why I said, don't go live with that guy, the Paris Hilton guy. I don't give a fuck who he is. I'm the team. I really don't care. I've met Trump. I've met all these fucking celebrities, like all the artists, Tito, Peso Pluma. Like I've been close enough with them where I'm sitting next to them, just talking about Peso Pluma, just talking about something. Like, bro, you think I care about Paris Hilton? Like he fell off. Like, bro, come on, bro. Let TikTok for the young guys.
So I also wanted to ask about that. What's your beef with Pancho?
Oh, Pancho? Oh, he's just so mad. I took one of the girls that he was talking to at the time, a long time ago. And he was just so mad. He just hated me since that. We just have, and to be honest, I just don't like him because he tries to push all the fake rumors out onto there, he's just trying to make me get shut down. But look at me, this is my fifth account, and I'm already back up at 500,000.
And so, are you both from LA or both from Texas, or I don't know where Pancho's from?
I'm from Texas. Pancho's from California. He still lives with his grandparents to this day.
Oh wow, okay. And so was the girl? Thank you for the corgi. Was the girl an online relationship, or how did you steal that?
Oh, it was a girl he was talking to. I guess I don't even know how they were talking, but I mean, the girl was telling me she was talking to him straight up, and I was like, oh, my bad.
Okay.
And then ever since that, he's like, you're not that guy. You're not that guy. You could tell that he has something against me. He has a bad vendetta against me. I don't know why. But shout out to Derek and Terry.
Thank you guys so much for all the gifts. Shadi
Bear really went on that side?
Thank you so much.
I love her. That's how you know she. No, I'm not
Thank
gonna
you,
say.
Pancho. Thank you, Pancho. Thank you, Shadi.
Look at him. Look at him.
But yeah, like I said, honestly, I think definitely try to be careful with what you say moving forward, and then just try to be like a little more more empathetic for the women that you're around and in the situations that people are bringing up, involving you. Just because I know you said earlier that you get a lot of hate and you don't understand why. But that kind
No,
of
I
brings it.
understand why. Like I understand
You
what they're trying to
understand why, but
do.
you just kind of like,
It's,
don't
it's
want
just
to.
it's so hard. Like especially with Dez, like the highlight story. Like bro, like you're doing so much to just to get me hated on. Sending like I've seen it happen because she's done this to other people. She's like, she's a YouTuber. She knows how to make someone crash out.
Right.
She was originally a YouTuber. She was a big YouTuber back then. She fell off. The only reason she reached out to me, and a lot of people do this to this day, and I don't mind if creators reach out to me trying to collab. Morning, birdie, birdie. But what I didn't like is that she, as the second we broke up, she was just accusing me of that shit. But because I would wake up and this girl would just do stuff to me, like I would wake up her doing stuff to me, and I called that out, and then after that she just made me look
Like sexual or like violent.
no. I didn't understand what you meant by the first word, but yeah, the first word.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to get, bananas. But also, okay, we heard about Des. What do you have to say about the whole Vale situation and the car? I hear there's a lot gonna come out tonight about that, but she said that it's not involving you, so
Oh
we can.
yeah, well, she knows I'm a good person at the end of the day too. All of them. Like I made sure. I was like, hey, I mean, don't worry about it. She got fired from her job too, and I said, don't worry about it. We fucked up, but they're like at the end of the day, just you're already on the platform. Take advantage of it. And I feel bad. Her father's in prison. Like, and that's why I'm a very caring person. Like, like not everyone is a bad person. A lot of people might have not been educated the same way as all of us. Me, I didn't have my parents go, yo, I don't desmaya, look at my hands. Like I have scars all over my hands. Like I wasn't perfect growing up at all. Like
Right. Thank you so much for the galaxy. Last question I have. So what's the deal on Bree? Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Are you and Bree a little thing? Back to the canoodling. Do you guys canoodle sober and when you're intoxicated? Are you a couple?
no, I don't get intoxicated ever.
Oh yeah. Well, you said in Mexico you can, so
It's, yeah, I have to go check on that. But no, me and Bree are really good friends. That's it. Taking it slow. I'm at the end of the day, I'm young. I don't want no girlfriends right now. That's pretty much it. She understands that too. She's young too. Well, not young as me, but like she's there.
right. You guys are on the younger side. No, I understand. That's true. But yeah, a lot of people are asking me if you make it snow when you go to Texas.
Do I make it snow?
That's what they're asking.
No, I don't do that.
Okay,
I
guys.
do I do gallitos. Yeah, I do sí fumo, pero esa madre no. I've had too many people I've seen.
No, yeah, I just wanted to clarify because I did see that they asked Miss Gold the same thing, so at least you can clarify.
No. But for her, like she's the one that actually does that shit. Like that's the thing that she's trying to make me look like it, but it's actually her. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like why the fuck are we getting involved with her shit, and then now we're getting the fucking blame out of it, and now I have the DEA on me, and now I have FBI hitting me up. Like bro, what the fuck?
You have all that happening. That's crazy. And I have seen that people have been, sending out information and all that stuff on you guys. So
Nah, but the FBI is like I talked to one of the directors or not the directors, one of the agents, and they said that they had enough reports to open up a case on me, but
and is that part of the reason they stopped you at the airport, or was that just because of everything that had happened on Christmas?
I have really badass lawyers, so
Okay.
they did all the talking for me.
All right. Well, I mean, if there's anything else you want to add, feel free. But I mean, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and all my little chismositas over here.
I saw you were live, and I was like, it's interview time.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You came at the best time ever. Thank you.
You have a great day, okay?
Bye. Happy holidays.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye. All right, guys. You got it here first. That was the exclusive information from Santos. I know a lot of you guys were saying that he was making things up and trying to, glorify himself, but at least we got to ask the questions that we wanted to ask. We won our first battle, you guys, so that was awesome. Thank you guys so much. If you're new here, please be sure to hit that follow button. As you can see, we try to get the inside scoop, whether it is posting immediately so that you guys are up to all the tea, or finding out information behind the scenes or on live for the first time, as you guys can see.